Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. Appeal Court lays to rest Kano judgment CTC controversy. Inspector killed in policeman and soldiers clash. Picture story here. Senate State Governor of the graduation ceremony of over 4,500 people, including 2 grandmothers, through the Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Ministry, headed by Mrs. Cecilia Dada. Trial of 191 electoral offences suspect to begin. First Lady inaugurates market money scheme. 2024, 26 trillion naira budget after federal government targets 7.8 trillion naira loan. Fashion Falaye, others intervene in Akredolo Ayedatiwa. Okay, so the picture story is pretty interesting here. So Mrs. Cecilia Dada, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, was able to support the state government in graduating 400 and 500 people, including grandmothers, through the Women Affairs Ministry. That's a pretty interesting story. Okay, YK, you have a story in the nation?
Yeah, I have the
major headline.
Okay, no, do you have it?
No, that's not
okay, there was a judgment by the appeal court or the Kano, against the Kano governor, where the APC candidate was now, they said they said he wasn't a member of NNPP when he became governor. So they have now given him judgment against him. But in the judgment, the certified true copy, the NNPP had been struggling to get it since Friday when they finally got it on Tuesday. And when they got it on page 67, judgment different from which they talk.
What was
judgment different from everything that was written in the judgment. It was against the APC candidate and for the judge, I've forgotten his name, had signed it, everything. They had awarded him £1 million naira costs.
For real?
So NNPP, when they got it, they quickly brought it out. Hey, CEO. Meanwhile, the chief registrar is saying, no, it was just a typographical error. And everyone is saying, typographical, about how many lines, how many paragraphs is typographical? That one don't pass typographical. You know when you say printer's devil, it's just maybe one word or one line. This one is paragraph upon paragraph. They say, come. Well, they should find a way to redeem themselves. But for me, I think that NNPP actually have a case to take to Supreme Court. Look at the page 67
look at the
of the judgment. And I hope that the judicial system redeems itself.
Okay, so the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has launched the expansion of the market money scheme with a symbolic presentation of checks to the first beneficiaries at the conference center in Abuja. Senator Tinubu advised beneficiaries of the interest and collateral-free loans to invest their shares strategically. She restated the Tinubu administration's commitment to support micro, small, and medium enterprises so as to create a ripple effect for employment generation. She also said that, according to her, the support will go a long way in serving as lifeline to those struggling to make ends meet while enhancing the overall well-being of individuals. So this is just the first batch, but they plan to do much more across the country. And this was done yesterday, and the video was going viral yesterday, but the woman really grateful that she got her money. 50,000 naira, but it's a start to support families and businesses.
Good. I have, they say no fewer than 191 electoral offences suspects have been lined up for trial that will commence very soon. They say close sources from INEC have said that this 191 is actually just the first batch, and they have 885 suspects. So everything totaling over 1,000. So 1,076 have been arrested across the 35 states during the February 25th and the March 18th national and state elections. They said that this prosecution of these suspects will be done by INEC in collaboration with the NBA and the police. So the NBA chairman also, said that they've given us a number. They said that they will be taking up the cases pro bono. They have 191 lawyers that have been listed to take these cases, and 16 of them are senior advocates of Nigeria. So that's also their contribution, towards, this exercise. They also gave us a list of states where these offenses were highest. And they said Ebonyi was leading, followed by Edo State, and then Anambra State coming third, and many others. You know, there's some states with just like one suspect. So this is something that we'll be seeing when the trial comes, and let's see how many will finally be formally prosecuted and how it goes. But this really helps strengthen our democracy.
Wait, Amala.
Yeah. So an inspector has been killed in Adamawa in a clash involving the police and the soldiers in Adamawa. So this happened on Tuesday night at a checkpoint around Target Junction in Jimeta. And according to residents, the soldiers went to the police headquarters to vent their anger because a patient was denied admission at the police clinic. And the residents said that the gunshots went on for about 30 minutes, disturbing the peace of the night. But according to the Commissioner of Police, Afolabi Babatola, he said he has ordered an investigation into the clash, and he also warned that attacks on all security officers in the line of duty would no longer be tolerated under whatever guise. However, the commander of the 23 Armored Brigade, Brigadier General Gambo Mohammed, said his officers, he's talking about the soldiers now, he said his officers and men acted to rescue one of their own who was taken away by the police. He said, and I quote, "The police shot at our soldiers at a checkpoint. A soldier was injured and they went and hid him. The soldiers went to rescue their colleague and then they shot at them and they also retaliated." However, the governor, Amadou Fintiri, has appealed for calm, and he has emphasized the need for interagency harmony to ensure public.
I had that story too, and the police had also said that the military acted on false information that their colleague was killed by a police officer, and without investigating, they moved over 12 armored tanks.
Oh, wow.
The attack on the headquarters. So they're like, you are acting on it.
Actually even killed the inspector.
Inspector of police.
When they killed him, if you see the videos of the police station riddled with bullets.
Yes, it's in Punch. We're moving on now to Punch. You see some of the pictures in Punch. Kano poll controversy, police, NNPP protesters clash, more cloud over judgment. Picture story here with them. Just took Fintiri intervenes as soldiers kill inspector in Adamawa. Police tear gas protesters, shield Osun CJ from mob. 1.2 billion fraud. Emefiele gets 300 million naira bail, restricted to Abuja. Senate passes MTEF to probe tax waivers under Buhari. Niger junta sues Tinubu, ECOWAS, others, and ruling is December 7th. Fresh Naira Scarcity hits Kano, Sokoto, Edo, and others. And FG slashes wage award by 100 billion naira labor kicks. The story starting in French.
So they say the Senate has resolved to probe all tax waivers by the federal government from 2015 till date. And it's also seeking the cancellation of those not directly linked to non-governmental or non-profit organizations. The Senate is also ordering all the deregistration of all subsidiaries to the Nigerian Postal Service, being irregular and illegal identities, and has called for an investigation of a 10 billion naira that had been released by the Ministry of Finance for the proposed NIPOS restructuring and recapitalization. So it's just, the Senate saying that, these are things that they are going to probe. We constantly hear, back and forth, not confirmed yet, but obviously it seems to be true that some companies may have gotten some waivers, and they're saying that if you're a company or an entity, you've gotten these federal government waivers and you're not a non-governmental organization or a non-profit, these are things that they're going to probe and obviously maybe get them off the tax waiver list.
All right, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with our reviews. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.